The people of Cleveland know a little something about character. Like most Midwest towns, born through the factories and mills of a rise in industry, traits like toughness, grit, persistence are the backbone of the people here. The Cavaliers need a coach who embodies the character of their city. Someone with the Midwest roots and values to build a foundation. Someone with the background to develop the young core of the Cavaliers roster. Someone with the experience to provide the necessary inches. Joe Wolf is the man for the job. Over a lifetime, he's traveled the world perfecting his coaching craft.
Mitch, Buzz, Coach Borrego, thank you for an amazing opportunity. Having coached at different levels of basketball, I appreciate and understand the significance of what the Swarm means to the Hornets and what the G League means to the NBA.
Well, in recent years, the head coach of the Greensboro Swarm has worked to polish his skills in the NBA's G League. His philosophies of the game take him back to his youth, along the shores of Lake Michigan, to the small town of Kohler, Wisconsin. Beginning his career at Kohler High School, Wolf would lead his team to 3 state championships. In 1983, Wolf would choose to attend the University of North Carolina to play for the legendary coach, Dean Smith. While at North Carolina, Wolf would play with names like Michael Jordan, Sam Perkins, Brad Daugherty, Kenny Smith. It was here where Wolf would become heavily influenced by Coach Smith, not only as a teacher of the game, but as a leader of people.
The Los Angeles Clippers select Joe Wolf of North Carolina.
In 1987, Wolf began his professional career as the 13th overall pick in the NBA draft. Over the next 11 seasons, alongside teammates like Shaquille O'Neal, Penny Hardaway, and Alonzo Mourning, Wolf would carve a path for himself as an NBA journeyman, playing and learning from coaches like Don Casey, Paul Westhead, Rick Adelman, Dave Cowens, and others, all the while building his own philosophies so he could one day take the helm of the Cleveland Cavaliers. In 2004, Wolf would begin his coaching career as head coach of the Idaho Stampede in the CBA. Following 2 seasons in Idaho, he moved on to lead the Colorado 14ers in the early stages of the NBA D-League. It was during those early coaching days that Wolf began to take an interest in developing younger players on and off the court. In a Sports Illustrated article written during Wolf's time with the 14ers, one NBA executive, when asked about Wolf, said, "He's an extremely hard worker. When you see Joe at the Vegas Summer League, he's bringing his lunch with him to the gym because he's planning to stay there all day watching games and looking for players." Then you watch him coach, and he has the right kind of temperament. He rarely gets upset with the referees, and you don't see him yelling a lot, which tells you his focus is on the things his team needs to do in order to win. While in the D-League, Wolf would coach head-to-head against names like Nick Nurse of the Iowa Energy, Quinn Snyder of the Austin Spurs, and Dave Yeager of the Dakota Wizards, who the 14ers would go on to lose to in the 2007 D-League Finals. Wolf would move on from the D-League in 2008 and make his return to the NBA, where he'd spend the next 7 years as an assistant coach. First with head coach Scott Skiles and the Milwaukee Bucks, later with head coach Lionel Hollins and the Brooklyn Nets, where he would serve as defensive coordinator. At both stops, Wolf was tasked with leading the player development of all forwards and centers.
Throughout my coaching career, which is going on 19 years now, at all levels, high school, coach JV, AAU, college, minor leagues, NBA. I think through all of that, something stood out to me now that I'm 53 years old, and it was the fact that when I receive the most joy and energy from a day of work It was the energy that I received when I saw that a player took something to improve himself or his game. So as you get longer in the tooth, as they say, you start to realize where you're finding happiness, what routines you like better, and where positive energy in your life is coming from. And I think that for the most part, it was the fact that those teaching moments that turned into successful habits for younger players really drove me.
During his time with the Bucks and Nets, Wolf would also serve as an assistant with the Ukrainian national team, where he helped the country reach their first ever FIBA World Cup appearance. Wolf's experience coaching players at all different levels from all different backgrounds gives him the worldly experience the Cavs need. In 2018, Coach Joe Wolf was hired to lead the Greensboro Swarm. While he set the franchise record for wins this past season, Wolf takes most pride in the development of NBA assignment players Dwayne Bacon and Devontae Graham, both of whom spent significant time in the G League and have gone on to play increased roles for the Hornets.
I think the game you saw tonight is a reflection of what he's been doing in the G League.
We're happy for them. Their growth, every single game is there. So Bacon, Devontae, 9 assists, Bacon, big buckets.
Done a great job in the G League. He's shown that he could have the potential to be a two-way guy for us.
While 30 years of playing and coaching has taken Wolf to this point, he's not satisfied. As an accomplished and innovative coach at all levels, he's ready for the next challenge, leading the Cleveland Cavaliers into the future.